students love to experiment and create things at home all the time. The kids at French Settlement Elementary School from 4th to 6th grade can turn in projects to their annual school science fair and display them for everyone to see. The students chose various subjects for the research and experiments, like sodas and their effects on our teeth, to the planets in our solar system. They had to make a board which could have a model along with it. Their information properly arranged, neat and organized. They had to show every step they took in their experiments and their scientific method.
One year that did an experiment with a tomato, and they made it a battery, and they were able to run a clock off of it, which was really neat, so the kids could see that fruits do produce energy and stuff. Also, we've had the volcano. That's kind of your typical science fair project, but the volcano, learning how different chemicals and stuff work together, but also how a volcano works, whereas the pressure builds up and eventually does erupt. One of them one year was really neat. Were smiles contagious, and they went around and they would go up to somebody and smile, kind of like how yawns are contagious. We say yawns are contagious, but they did it with smiles. They'd walk up to somebody, smile, and then they would see if somebody would smile. And it was just a neat thing to kind of see. That was not, you wouldn't see that as like people don't think of it as science, but it is, as far as how our body works and how we think, how our brain works. When somebody smiles at you, you smile.
They worked for a long period of time fixing their solar system models, figuring out their experiment ideas, waiting for their experiments to finish, or maybe coming up with another direction to take their idea. They long await to find out who comes in first, second, or third place in their science fair.
We have people come in that judge the projects. They go through a scoring system, and then they interview the kids, make them explain the experiment, what they did in the experiment, and then whoever has the highest scores, we have our top 3 students, and those students get to go to Southeastern to compete in a district-wide science fair.
The judging is finished and the students have been talked to. The judges sat down and added their numbers together to choose their top 3. The first place went to the white flower coloring experiment, second place went to the soda experiment, which used real human teeth, and the third place to the experiment that shows how dark sodas affect us. The science fair projects seen were very truly unique. This is Sarah Beth Terry reporting for NTW.